Hey everyone, welcome to the Beyond Boudoir podcast, where I chat with ladies who've been in the studio with me. Hello, I'm Stuart from Classic Boudoir in Nova Scotia, Canada. In the first 18 months of running my studio, I've photographed about 100 women. All of them have left an impression on me. This podcast is all about them and their incredible stories of struggles and pain and self-doubt and, more importantly, perseverance, strength, and overcoming some pretty difficult things. It is not a photography podcast, so we won't be talking about gear or lighting or the industry or cameras or anything like that. These are real chats with real women, so listen in and be inspired, like I am. Morning.
Good morning. Hello.
This will sound really awkward because there's three of us in the studio and this is the first time we've all sat down together and recorded. So I'm here, I've got Olivia.
Hello.
And Sharon.
Hi.
So for those of you who haven't been in the studio, we're just going to introduce. Olivia, you go first.
Yeah.
Go on.
I'm Olivia.
And what do you do?
I do hair and hang out with you in the studio while you take awesome shots.
You take awesome shots too.
Sometimes.
Yeah. And what about you, Sharon? What do you do?
Which part? Tell us it all.
Tell us everything.
Well, I'm Sharon. I work with Stuart doing hair. My main one is makeup, and I do help Stuart as well behind the scenes. I do have a daytime job over and above what I do with Stuart and with Olivia. I'm a healthcare worker, and I have a passion for it. But my other thing that I do as well is I'm a Mary Kay cosmetic representative.
Excellent. And that shows, and we use Mary Kay in the studio, and we've dialed in the colours now, which is really cool.
Yes.
Yes.
A lot of people love the new colors that we've actually been aiming for.
Yeah, and they work really well in the camera, and they work really well in the colour scheme for the studio.
They're not too heavy. It's like perfect.
Yeah. Yes, exactly, right?
Yeah, and they mostly match pretty much any outfit. I've had outfits of all different colours, and they're neutral enough to match pretty much everything, which is really cool.
Yeah, especially the lips. Like we kind of go with one shade, which is pretty well the main one. Everybody's eyes colors are different, but everybody's preference is different.
Exactly. So how did we meet? Come on, let's do that. What's our origin story?
Well, I'll start.
Yeah, you go.
You are good behind a microphone.
I'm with Mary Kay Cosmetics. Olivia and Stuart were actually looking for somebody to help them out in the studio. My director has helped me to find this amazing job that I absolutely love to do. It's been almost 19 months since Olivia and I started. But the really funny thing is that when Stuart and Olivia and I decided that we would meet at Starbucks.
Oh, yes.
I personally have gone through breast cancer. So I am a survivor. So when Stuart and Olivia met me, I am nothing like my picture
No.
on my Facebook. So I was just a little, I've been just a little over a year. It's not even been a quite year when I first started with Olivia and Stuart in the studio.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I do still get emotional about it. But I had blonde hair, long, beautiful blonde hair. But when Stuart had messaged me, I was already at Starbucks. Not who they expected when they see me. So
No.
So once the three of us actually got down, sat, and things like that, it was a chuckle. I mean, we all laugh back about it now because that's not who I am today. I actually have hair.
You do, yeah.
And it's growing.
And it's thickening up nicely.
It is.
Yeah.
But it was kind of funny because when Stuart messaged me, it was like, "Yeah, I'm already here at Starbucks." I don't know, I don't see you. It's like, "Yeah, I'm here." So
we
anyway.
just see each other looking around, like,
Right.
where are you?
Yeah, exactly. So it was kind of nice when we actually finally got to the three of us to chit chat, and I think the three of us like bonded pretty fast.
Yeah.
Yep.
We're like three peas in a pod.
Yeah.
It's one of those situations where you feel like you've known each other forever.
Exactly.
Yeah, 100%.
Like we really bonded very well.
Yeah.
I really
Yeah,
liked
we
it.
have actually. We've got a real good flow.
Yeah.
Like when I'm talking to like potential new clients, I always, talk about that. And actually, it usually comes up when I'm talking about doing nudes,
Mm-hmm.
because I say, like, if it's Sharon or Olivia in the studio with me, we've got this look where we know we can ask you, like, you've relaxed enough or you're enough into it that we can ask you. So because we've been working together so long and our flow, and we generally don't even have to talk. I don't have to say to either of you, should we ask her for nudes? It's just that look,
Mm-hmm.
And they're pretty open about it too.
For that, yeah, most people are open. I think there's only maybe one or two that have not wanted to do that, which is cool, obviously. But most, once they've kind of got into it, they're relaxed. And it's like, you know what, I did want to do that, even though I said I didn't. But I really want to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
that's really cool.
Yeah, like when the one lady walked right out of the room and she just didn't have anything on. She was like, "Okay, guys, I don't know what to wear, so I'm wearing nothing." It's like, all right.
Those are the best moments.
That was
aren't
a
they?
good one. Yeah, yeah.
They're amazing. And even more so when they have put on their form, no nudes, because I get that quite a lot in there. And I think maybe that's partly, their own issues, their own body challenges. But because I'm a fella, they can't imagine they'll be comfortable enough to be nude in the studio with a fella they've never met before. But it's so nice when they come out and they say, well, they got the white sheet on. Remember, she just had the white sheet round her waist and said, "That's it, we're doing nudes."
Yep.
It's like, it's wonderful.
Yeah.
I love it when that happens. But,
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like they've let their guard down. They're comfortable.
Yeah.
Good to go. Yeah.
Yeah.
The best.
It is the best.
Yeah.
So what about you, Liv? How did we meet? Do you remember?
We met at Starbucks.
We met at Starbucks at the same... Yeah, so that one that Sharon was talking about was the first time we'd met as well.
Yeah.
Which might not have looked like it to you.
No,
Yeah,
no,
exactly.
you thought that we had already
Have
met
known
up.
each other. Yeah.
Yeah.
But that's just that's our personalities too.
Yeah.
We like, to me personally, I can make a friend with a rock. That's just who I am.
Go get the rocks.
Yeah, I think the three of us are pretty well outgoing people. We're definitely people.
Yeah, that's really odd because I'm actually an introvert and not a people person. But in this context, I am. Like, I'm comfortable. It's my studio. I know the space. I know what I'm doing. I've spoken to the people coming into the studio. So all of those chats that I have with them, the phone calls, the video calls, are partly as much for me as it is for them. So, but yeah, once I'm on, once we're in and kind of game face on, then, oh yeah, people person, and I love it. I love the interaction, but then I have to go and rest afterwards, and it's not a physical rest; it's a mental rest because I've had to people for 5 hours.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. You found me because one of my old classmates dropped my name.
Who was that?
Yeah, dropped it to Kim.
Oh, of course. Yeah, I knew you came through Kim.
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
So my friend told her who told you.
Right. Okay. See, that's cool. That's something I didn't know.
Yeah.
Huh, interesting. All right. So I have a question for both of you.
Yeah.
After we did that first meeting, and we chatted, and I explained what I wanted and what the studio was about, why did you say yes?
Ooh.
Well, I'm a type of person that I like to get out there. Like, I like to different ideas, different things in my life. I mean, especially what I went through. So I just said, you know what? I learned that life is very short. So do things that you want to do.
Interesting.
But at first, I was a little skeptical. I'm not going to say that.
You can say that. That's the point of the question.
Because I was like, oh my God, I'm going to do nude photos. It's like, this is not me. But once I actually got in here, like I mentioned before, I was just makeup. And it's just probably been, I'm going to say maybe May when I started to be behind the scene with you.
Yeah, it was when Liv's dad was sick and you needed time away. So, yeah.
Yeah.
And thank you for covering all that, by the way, and being in the studio.
That was so much fun because I actually didn't know what really went behind the scenes. But I used to do photography before I used to work at Future Shop, and I actually forgot what it was like to be behind the camera again. So it was pretty amazing.
It brings like a whole new appreciation to the whole thing as well.
Oh,
like the
it's
whole
true, yeah, and like everybody said, everybody has their struggles with their images. I can definitely understand what they're all saying because I'm still kind of doing my own. But overall, do you know what? At the end of the day, it's who we are. We have to embrace what we have. Because if you're given a second chance in life on different things, because everybody has things going on in their lives and that, really, really take advantage of it because it's a life changer.
Yeah. What about you, Liv? Why'd you say yes?
For me, I think it's more starting with the fact that I was just getting out of school and I was wanting to give myself as many opportunities as I could to figure out where I really wanted to focus stuff. Yeah. Like I did a lot of weddings that summer too, and
that's right.
Yeah, but I love it. Yeah, I do.
And that was interesting on how you became like the assistant. Was one day you just didn't want to go home. Can I stay?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, of course you can. Have the camera.
Yeah.
Actually, no, you did it on the phone, on your phone first.
On my phone for a while, yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. And then, actually, I got to, and still very much rely on that.
Yeah.
It was really nice for a couple of reasons. One, 3 people in the room. So me as the introvert, believe it or not, 3 people is better than 2 people.
Yep.
So the one-on-one side is harder for me. It's also nice for the lady that's in, because having another woman in the studio just makes it just that much more comfortable for them. And having someone that you can bounce ideas off and who does see different things.
And not scared to say it.
and not scared to say it. And getting that behind the scenes footage that I just can't get when you're the primary behind the camera, which is really nice. So that helps. And that helps from a couple of reasons. One is obviously we get material that we can use, for marketing and posting and stuff like that. But also, you actually, both of you got interesting stats. You take about 1/3 of the photos that I do, and then a lot of those go to the ladies as well, so they get to see them. And so when they've chosen their images, so we do that from my set. Once I make them available for download from whatever package they've chosen, I always throw in some of the funnier or something from behind the scenes, maybe 5 or 6 images from behind the scenes, and that's all part of their memories and their day. So you get that funny shot of you and me and whoever it is on the chaise or doing the pose on the floor, and we're both kind of mirroring each other, and it just brings back the laughs, and and I get feedback that it's really nice to see those, because it's not just the photos, they get the memories of the day and all that in there as well, which is really cool. So it's really, really good having either of you actually behind the scenes.
Plus we get to hang out.
And we get to hang out, right? Which is a cool thing, right?
Yeah.
And again, like you said, sometimes images, what we see is not necessarily what you would see too.
Absolutely.
And I mean, I love the mirror images.
Yep.
Mirror within a mirror. Like, those are...
Yeah.
We all have fun with those ones, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, like they're so fun because there's different ways that you can take photo. Like, there's so many mirrors. Well, not a lot of mirrors, but
there are
you
lots
know
of
what?
mirrors.
But those are good because what you see in each mirror is not necessarily what people would normally see.
Yeah.
Like, who would have thought the little makeup mirror? You can get a really nice shot through that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it would have been nice, like, sometimes have the light on. It's really cool. It's nice warm. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So keep going, keep doing those. It's just awesome having them because it's good memories for me as well.
Yeah.
Oh, and it's memories for all of us because even when you like when you do prepping for your videos or your photos while Livy and I are doing makeup and that, and when you do the live broadcast or even like for commercials and that, it's like, oh, that's me.
I took that photo or I took that video or I'm in it. Yeah.
Like, which is really nice because it's like, it's like, obviously we have an impact not just on ourselves, but we also have an impact on people that come into the studio.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And that behind the scenes footage helps get the word out more, so more people can come into the studio and experience that, and it makes the studio more successful as well. Like, can't hide the fact that this is a business, and it helps people. Or actually I prefer it the other way around, that we do good things for people and we're a business, which is really nice,
and we give people back their self-confidence that they had lost.
In many
help them
cases
find it.
Help them find who they really are.
Yeah, for sure. I know you two don't get to see those messages because there's one-on-one.
It's confidential or whatever.
Well, it's not that it's confidential. It's more that it's typically do it over like Facebook Messenger chat. So those aren't group chats that I have with the ladies, but I get messages still from my first test shoots. Mm-hmm. So you know what? We're actually almost. What's the date today? November 20 something.
28 or 27.
So we're 4 days from when the studio opened 2 years ago.
That's awesome.
So the first lady in, Cassidy, she was my first ever client. I totally forgot where I was going with that conversation, but
you were just talking about
getting messages.
Yes.
So to start the studio, I put on the local Facebook groups that I wanted people in to do that, and I think it was about 7 or 8 ladies to help build a portfolio and me to get the lighting and all the kind of stuff I needed to know that this was viable. And I still get messages from them. Some of them are still my friends. I chat to them, so that's really nice. Like 2 years later, I just get a message randomly like, looked at my photos today, I feel beautiful. It's like, oh, and then I want to cry.
Yeah.
So it does impact people a lot, which it's really good, actually. Like, it makes me feel good that we're doing something.
Well, people need to feel good about themselves. Yeah. Like, it is a need for everybody.
Yeah. A
lot of people don't have that, though.
No.
Or they don't choose to embrace that, I guess.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And I think that's why, certainly and I think you two get on with the people that come into the studio, because you have to have made a choice to be here. So there is a level of confidence and there is a level of, I'm worth it. Even they're really struggling with it, there is a base level. There must be, otherwise they wouldn't have spent the money and been here.
Right.
Yeah.
And so, I don't know, it makes... I don't know, I forgot what I was going to say with that now, but...
Like, you've definitely seen me grow from a spot where I wasn't as confident as I am now.
That's also, that's true, actually. Obviously, when I do these podcasts, I'm mostly focused on the ladies, but that's actually really true, because, you've had 2 shoots.
Yeah.
We've done 2 together, and there was a difference between the first one and the second one.
Yeah.
There's also, from my point, you've grown as a hairstylist as well. So the way, not that you're supposed to speed through it and get it done, but the more the efficiency of what you're doing, so you can more engage with the ladies while you're doing their hair, rather than like focus on the technicalities of getting it super spot on perfect. So there's that, and you seem more confident as a person in general. So.
Yeah,
which is nice. Yeah. And then same with you, Sharon. I don't know how much like actual professional application of makeup you've done before, but there's definitely, same for you, there's such an improvement on color selection, the actual application of the makeup. But again, it's the same thing. It's how we all interact with the ladies in the hot seat, as we call it. Like when we first started, I guess all of us were probably a bit less confident, a bit less.
I think a lot of it was not knowing, and I mean, everybody wants their makeup done different. Yeah. But I definitely know how much I've grown.
For sure.
Like, not just in the studio, but in general. Yeah. I'm more out there.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean,
I definitely owe a lot of that to this.
Oh, to the studio for sure, 100%. Because it really opened my eyes, and I can now, like, I would have some of my customers will say, well, what do you think I should go with? I don't need them to be there. I know what their skin tone is.
Oh, I see.
It's like, oh, you are a light to medium. Oh, so how do you know that? I said, because your skin tone with the light to medium CC cream, it blends with you.
Actually, yeah. So I think since we started, all three of us, I think we photographed close to somewhere between 150 and 200 ladies.
Yeah.
So all that experience adds up, doesn't it?
Yeah. I mean, I've done it outside of the studio.
Of course, yeah.
But in the studio is different because our lighting situation is different in the studio. So basically what you look for in the studio is more like a relaxed, like everyday look. You're not going out to do the parties and going to the clubs and things like that.
And stuff,
so that's different for sure. So you learn how to what everyday life is supposed to look like for a person's makeup versus a glam.
Super glam.
Yeah.
No, that's true.
Yeah.
Guess we've all grown a bit then, haven't we?
Yeah. Have you looked at your photos from 2 years ago to now?
Yes, I do actually. I still really like them.
Yeah.
But
yeah, for sure. All your photos are great, but you can see
there's an evolution in there for sure. Yeah.
The flexibility, I think, even more so, where it's like was really like kind of rigid before, and now it's like, let's do this.
Yeah.
Like there's more flexibility with it now.
Interesting. Yeah. And it did take a while to like dial in my style.
Yes.
When I first started, I was like trying to figure out what my style was.
Yeah.
And more on the technical side, but the color tones that I like, rather than so I guess it's more specializing by discovering what I like, rather than doing all the different styles, because I think one, I like the style that I've developed.
Yeah.
And the other one is, if I put every style out there, I wouldn't attract anyone.
Right.
Because they don't know what they're going to look like. They don't know what they're going to get. And so when they see my tones, when they see the coloring, and they see the makeup and the hair and the style, everything that goes into that photo, and it's consistent, and they're not the same. It's not, but there is that consistency in. So when somebody comes and looks at the website or the portfolio or the images we post all over, they go, I like that. Or I don't. And if they don't, they'll find a photographer that will, if they want light and airy, we're not the studio for that. We're more on the darker and gold tones. Actually, I was thinking the other day, what tone like dominates, and it's really that kind of gold.
Yeah. We're very soft. Yeah. And I can remember some of the ladies have gone elsewhere to do their photography, but they chose to come back. They chose to come here because what they were offered elsewhere is not like what we do here.
No.
And they are more loving what you offer.
Yes.
Compared to the bedroom scene, the dance pole, the chase, the German wall. Even those are things that other photographers don't offer, or other studios don't offer.
No, and they have their specialties as well.
100%.
Yeah. And which is cool, because now there's choice, which is great, because as a lady or person or a couple, whoever wants to have it done, they can look at the styles and they can look at the consistency. They can read the testimonials, because you need to know where you're going, right? Like, it's not just the picture; it's a whole experience.
Right. Exactly.
And so that's why the behind the scenes stuff helps, and the testimonials that we get is great. But the client, the lady, the couple, whoever it happens to be, they need to immediately be drawn to the style in the photos and imagine themselves in it. So
yeah, and like you said, it's not just for women only.
Oh,
it's for men too.
Yep.
I mean, like you said, when I first started, we actually had a young fella here.
Yep.
I mean, I've seen his pictures; they were absolutely amazing.
He was so fun.
Yes, he was. Yeah.
It was the first man I'd ever
was
photographed.
amazing.
Ever, and it was two kind of middle-aged straight fellas kind of staring at each other, going, "Do you want to take your shirt off?" It was a lot of fun. I would like to do more. Definitely like to do more. And I don't think men invest that way as much. But
but women do. But even the husband and wife, or boyfriend girlfriend, those are absolutely amazing. I mean, they didn't, like you said before, and we realized that a lot of them come here just for support of their spouse or whatever. Never end up being in some of the photos.
Yeah, I like to do that. If a lady brings her husband,
I call it.
the one that really stands out for that was he came in and he joked, because he was there to support her, and a bit of emotional support, just more emotional support. Like, she didn't need physical assistance, and so he walked in, big smiles, and I thought, immediately I like him. And he said, "I've got my sexy boxers on." I was like, "Okay, you're going to be in the photos." And his face dropped. He's like, "No, it's not for us. It's for her." I'm like, "No, you're in." And he's like, "Oh, okay." And actually, we got one of my favorite ever photos. One of the funnest, different photos I've ever taken was at the end of their session. And what I wanted to do, because he was in the room the whole time, because we've got the stripper pole, I wanted her to be on the stripper pole, and him, we're going to set up a scene like a strip club, a gentleman's club, I like to call it, rather than a high class gentleman's club.
We are high class.
Exactly. So I wanted him sitting on a chair with his jeans and a white shirt on, and her on the dance pole. And towards the end of the session, she was really tired, and so she said, "I don't think I can do it." So he jokes, "I'll go on the pole then." So my brain went click, click, click. Okay, right, you on the pole. And so he did. He was on the pole, and he had, I got him to take his T-shirt off, and he had his jeans on. And I said, "Right, what we're going to do with you," to her, "we're going to put you in the chair. We're going to do role reversal." So, and her face lit up, like, "Oh man, that's going to be so much fun." So I got her to sit kind of, you can't see obviously on the audio, but she sat right on the edge of the chair, back straight, legs quite wide, and rested on her elbow like that. And she was watching him on the dance pole. And I said, "Right, next thing, take your jeans off." And so he took his jeans off, and he's got his sexy boxer shorts on. And I said, I pulled out of my wallet, I think it was a $50 or $100 note, I can't remember. And I said, "Drop this in his boxer shorts." So we've got this amazing shot. She is laughing her head off, and he's got his bum poked out, and she's pulled his boxer shorts, and the photo is her letting go of the 50 or $100 note into it, and it's like, man, that is so much fun, and we all killed ourselves laughing.
Yeah.
Those are good memories. Those are fun.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
Those, I mean, so actually, I was going to say it's some of those individual photos, but do you want some interesting stats? You know how many photos between us we've taken in the 18 months we've been together?
How many?
Nearly 80,000.
Amazing.
Wow. I know, it's crazy, isn't it? And obviously a lot of those get deleted, but yeah, 80-odd thousand photos, which is pretty cool.
We're going to take more this year?
Yes.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
But it was just that one photo, that individual photo really stands out in my head, which is really cool. Which is a seg, interestingly, into what we were talking about before recording. And I'll go first. Like shoots or people that stand, or moments like that kind of stand out for you. And I'll do two. I won't give you the names, but towards the end of the year, we had a few ladies in that were either cancer survivors or were going through breast cancer. And those are emotional because you're a survivor, and when we have the intake and we're talking, they're usually really open on why, and it's like, I'm going in for a mastectomy, and this is, and internally I've kind of nicknamed goodbye boobs shoots. I don't know, maybe we could market that, I don't know, but it just, and so they're coming in as a celebration of where they are now, and what they're going to lose and what they're going to gain from it afterwards. And so she came in and was a ray of sunshine in the studio, and she had a friend with her, and she had no hair, she'd lost that, she was like just towards the end of her chemo. But given that she was going in for surgery, and you know what the chemo's like, she was on pretty much the same cocktail that I think you were on. She was such a ray of sunshine, like bright and bubbly, and really open, and we got some beautiful shots. And actually, Liv, you set us up for one of the best shots I think we've ever taken.
I absolutely love that one. That really touched home.
Yeah. I love that we all know the one that you're talking about.
Isn't
right
that
now.
Amazing? We all just know what it is.
Yeah.
So we do like black and whites, and anyway. So this one we did in color, which is completely the opposite. So the same style that we've done. Anyway, and then so we were doing those shots, and then Liv said you could see her brain like clicked into gear, because obviously pink is the color of the ribbon for breast cancer.
Breast cancer, yes.
And so correct. We've got this pink dress hanging up with a big pink tool train. And so Liv went, oh, let's do that. And so we've got this beautiful shot of this lady, and she's taken her wig off at this point, so you can really see why she's here, and she's got such a smile on her face. And the colours work and everything. It's just probably in my top 5 photos ever.
Yeah.
So she stands out, and that photo really stands out.
I really wish we would have had like a behind-the-scenes photo of that, though, because like I'm like holding this dress like out of the way, like. Yeah,
it was over her shoulder, wasn't it? You kind of threw it over her shoulder, and she's kind of cupping her boobs, and has got like one hand up, and she's wrapped in it, and but it shows. I think it shows everything that needed to be said. Yeah. Like, she's got no hair. She's got such a beautiful smile going. She still looks very feminine.
Yeah.
And obviously we know what's coming and what she's going through at that same time. Yeah. So for me, that's a standout session for sure, and a one hugely impactful photo.
Yeah. Yeah. And just a little note on that is like, where she was going through the chemo and everything, she had not only did she lose her hair, she also lost her eyebrows and her eyelashes.
Oh yes, of course.
Yeah. We helped her to put eyelashes on and actually do eyebrows, and she said, I didn't know how eyebrows could actually be done.
Yeah. No, she was amazing.
Oh, she was lots of fun.
Just to see her eyes light up when she looked at herself in the mirror with the wig on, and then you showed her how to put the wig on properly, which was so funny. She said, I never even thought of doing that, because she wanted the parting to one side, not in the middle. Yeah. And so, yeah, I got a message about that as well, which is really cool. Yeah, that was, in many ways, that was a very impactful shoot.
Yeah.
And the other one is, for me, a lady who came in, and we've talked about her. We talk about her quite a lot, and I use her as an example. She physically could be, I believe, a model, right? She's got a beautiful figure. She's a very beautiful lady, but she had zero confidence at all, like tanked. I've actually met a few of her friends. They've been in as well, and it's like, oh yeah, she's the most beautiful person.
Yes, I know exactly who you're
Zero confidence in it. And so the line that we have is, the very first couple of photos we showed her on the back of the camera, she'd kind of look, her eyes would roll one way and go, yeah, it's okay. And then right towards the end, and this is the funny bit that I tell everyone, is towards the end we showed her one of photos and she goes, oh my God, is that my butt? Which just killed me laughing. But even in that one session, the progression was amazing. But for me, the bigger impact came later. Like, she still messaged me and said I had a wonderful time, I felt beautiful, I felt, really confident and stuff like that. But then I invited her in for a black and white nudes session. And I think she probably almost ran a mile when I first asked her, but at the same time she said, yes, I want to come in. And the way she came in, knowing how she felt about how she thought she looked, and the way she totally went for it, and she was very comfortable, and the messages I've had since, I can't believe I have this level of confidence. And she really attributes that to the photo session, because it showed her what she acted. Because your friends can tell you, all the time, as much as your friends and family can say, oh, you're so beautiful, you look great, you look, this, that, you're such a beautiful person. But you have that mental image that you're not. And I think it's finally settled in that she is. And it's not just the looks. It's not how you look. It's like, she's a beautiful person.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a group of 5 girls, I remember.
Yes.
And we've done a few of the other ladies, and they have always said the same thing.
Yeah.
It's just amazing.
Yep. And her friends are really supportive as well. And her friends are beautiful, and they've been in as well. So that's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Nice little circle.
Yeah, it is. So that's my 2.
I think there's only one more lady in that group that has to come and get her.
Yeah, she's in next week.
Yeah. Oh, she's home.
Yeah.
It's exciting.
It'd be really cool to do like a group session with them.
Oh, that would be fun.
That's so cool. I keep talking about this, but actually, we'll park that question, because there's something tied to that I want to ask you too. But all right, so that's my 2 standouts. I mean, I remember everybody's name, all the ladies, all the photos around. I remember them. When I look at the pictures, I remember the sessions. And there's always a standout photo, always. And they're the ones I put on the wall. So you look behind you, you've got that, oh, she's so beautiful, that lady there, right behind you, and, how we came to have that shot, and, the stories that she told me. But there's always those kind of real standout moments. So those are mine. Your turn, Liv.
Sure.
She's like, oh, don't do me. Make Sharon go first. No, you're up.
No, I'd have to say one of them would definitely be the hairstylist that we had in. I forget what her name is.
Oh, yes.
Mm-hmm.
The fatigue one. Yes, I remember her, because she said, do whatever you want. That would have been...
The one from Antigone.
Yeah, that would have been 2 weeks ago.
No.
Or is that one earlier?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Sandy?
The dancing around.
Yes.
Oh man, yes.
Oh, the one that's
Yes.
that said that she's ADHD.
Yes.
Man,
Yes,
yeah.
I
And
remember.
we put the
Yeah.
country track on and we followed her around
Yes.
for half an hour.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'd have to say, like, from my point of view, she's probably, like, she came in confident already,
Yes.
right? And it was nice to see her just float around the room. Like, she was dancing around the room, but it was just like, she was so comfortable with herself.
Yeah.
Like, we couldn't have been like, hey, stop doing that. She'd be like, no, I'm having fun. Like, there's no way you could, right?
Why would you want to stop someone
you
doing that?
wouldn't.
Yeah, exactly.
You wouldn't want to.
Yeah.
But I more so just mean, like, she was so herself.
Yeah.
If that makes any sense.
Oh yeah, she's amazing, and she might be coming back, by the way.
Yeah.
And that's another thing I love. Once
people
we
coming
get in,
back.
well, once we do a photo shoot and things like that, it's like I'm coming back because there's some
It's
things there's things that we forgot, and I want to redo. I want to do them, so I'm definitely booking in.
Yeah, and the nerves are gone at that point because they know what to expect. They know what we do.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
they know the space. They know lots of things. They know how they're going to be treated as well by us three. You know, so now they can let that inner fun bit come out, like really come out.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has fun in the studio, right? We get that feedback a lot. Laughter, giggles, fun, enjoyable, you know, life-changing. We get lots of like those really good positive words, but it's still the first time you've done it. But when they come back the second time or the third time, or in one lady's case, the sixth time, it's still fun.
Yeah.
Like it's more and more, it gets more and more fun because you're more and more comfortable, you're more and more confident. You can really let that playful side come out, which is cool. Anyway, sorry, I completely derailed you there.
No, that's good. That's good. That's what makes these podcasts good. So that's definitely one of my top.
Mm-hmm.
And then for second one, we already talked about Krista, so I can't do that one. But like, okay, I just have to add, like that was like a really impactful shoot, anyways.
Yeah.
And I think it would be like that for all of us.
Oh, most definitely.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like hard to be like, oh yeah, that could be yours. It can't be my favorite. Like no, that was.
I think
that was good because it hit you on all the levels.
Oh yeah, I mean, right now I got chills going through myself because
it was such a meaningful shoot on all the levels.
Yeah.
Like it's that reminder of like this is why we do this.
Yeah.
I think Nicole's was the same. That's just why we do this.
And I remember when Stuart first told us that we were doing a photo shoot. I was impacted, and it wasn't even me, but I know what this individual was going through.
Yeah.
So.
And so I'll tell you another thing, Sharon. Part of what made it impactful for me was you, knowing what you've been through. So
I'm emotional. I'm not gonna lie because it's
and so I'm going to make you really cry now. Your openness made her shoot for me not scary, because if previous to meeting you, I've met people who've had cancer and you know this, that, and the other, but I would have been more nervous if I didn't know what I knew because of what you talk about and how open you are. So I think you indirectly made her shoot better because we could relax into talking about it with her. So you demystified it. Yeah. Obviously, there's a lot of technical things that we asked her, and you know, because she was on the chemo, and you said, look, is she going to be toxic in the studio? Like, okay, I'm going to ask her. So I did. But because you're open, I could ask her that question without thinking that I'm going to be offending her. Yeah. And then when she came in, like we'd talk about it, it's not like hush it under the carpet. Okay, we all know you're here, but let's just get on with the shoot. Yeah, no. She wanted to talk, and so we could ask questions, and she could talk and feel comfortable talking about what she's going through, what she's been through, and why she's doing it, and you know all that. So thank you, Sharon, for
You're welcome. But it's also nice to know, for myself personally, with my growth with it, just able to let other people know with triple negative upper breast cancer, there is a light at the end of the tunnel. Like, I mean, even though it's the worst type of breast cancer that someone can go through, but I'm 2 years, and I embrace each and every day, but don't dwell on the negative. Just stay positive through everything.
And she definitely had that.
And
like,
she definitely did.
You saw when she came in, and when I spoke to her on the phone, and the video, and it was there. Like, of course it's there. She's going to talk about it because that's what she put on her form on why she's coming in.
Right.
And so, but that openness is that from you, Sharon. Thank you.
That's part of the healing too, is talk about it.
Yeah.
You can't hold it in, because I know there's people who's never ever talked about that they had breast cancer. They kind of kept it quiet. But
I don't think it's good for you.
It's not mentally nor physically. I mean, my family, holy Hannaford. I can remember when I was first told that I had breast cancer, and my sister was with me, and it's a day that I'll never forget. It was on March 2nd of 22. I actually found the tumor myself, and I, of course, being a healthcare worker, I thought I just pinched myself. And obviously it was not. It was actually a massive lump. With everything said and done, it was 8 centimeters. So it was a massive tumor, and it was definitely growing rapidly. So I know this is not part of our broadcast, but people need to think outside of the box when it comes to certain things in life. People say, well, why did you wait so long? I didn't wait. It was during COVID. COVID has changed a lot of our lives. So I wasn't able to get in to see my family doctor because of COVID. And I called every day, every week, every month. Like, I was one of these type of people. Is like, I knew it's there. I need it to be addressed. And I told my husband. And then once I finally was able to talk to my family doctor, it was not in person. I had to do it over the phone. I had to describe what I was, everything. And then when they actually decide to go and send me for all these testing and things like that, that's when things have changed. But I still worked. I did not realize how sick I was, but I embraced every day. I think it's the best of it.
Get it checked.
Get it checked. So
don't wait.
Every month,
be persistent and push for.
Yeah.
When you know something's going on, you gotta advocate
for yourself. And there's a lot of people that don't have that opportunity, because there's a lot of people in Nova Scotia, or not even just Nova Scotia, it's everywhere, that don't have a family doctor. There are different areas. I know for Pictou County, there's the women's clinic in Pictou. If you don't have a family doctor, definitely go to outpatients. Like, don't hesitate. Like,
just go get it checked. And
not just for women; it's also for men too that have breast cancer as well. So
it's a way higher percentage than I would have thought of men who have breast cancer.
Yeah,
it's weird.
Exactly. Do you know what? And
it's so not talked about.
And do you know what? That's it. And I can always remember growing up. I know with me, our parents never talked about it.
No.
And I've been open right from the get-go.
Good.
I made sure everybody knew. It's just like I actually told my story numerous times. So.
But I think, like, even wrapping back up into this, like, that's just part of what we do.
Exactly.
Right? Like, giving people the opportunity to be open about things, and, like, we're all very open.
Oh my heavens, we're not just
making that a norm to be able to be open about things. Yeah.
All sorts of things.
We're family.
Yeah.
We're definitely family.
You guys definitely would know way more about me than you guys want to. But like, you know.
But you know what?
I know everything about you.
I know.
That's what friends are for, right?
Yeah.
When you're having hard times, like you need somebody to talk to.
Yeah.
Hey, we're just a call away.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing with all of us. I think we have this like unspoken understanding that we'd all be there for each other if we needed.
Yes.
Sure.
Like it's definitely there.
Yeah, I mean, I'm older than the two of you.
Only just. Come on. It's not like an old granny sat in the corner.
I'm not. But
we just keep her over there.
But it's just like, I don't know. It's like my motherlyhood will always be there. Like I just have that big heart. I definitely know what people go through, and being a healthcare worker and things like that, I've seen a lot in my life. I've seen a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So back at you, Sharon. You kind of avoided the question. Who's your two standouts? Moments or people or events or...
Actually, there's been a few for me,
Oh.
but one was, I have no idea what her name is. I know she was absolutely stunning, and her boyfriend was here, and we actually did the both of them on the corner.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That was fun, and he really enjoyed it.
Yep. I know exactly who you're talking about.
But it's like, and I said, because he was looking at her, I was like, why don't we do this? And you said, let's do it, Sharon.
Yeah.
And we did, and he loved it.
Got a great photo. I'll show you after we've done.
But those are amazing. I mean, there's just so many, but ones that really, they all stand out because I've learned a lot with a lot of the people that come in here because of like their personalities and things like that. The other one, it's hard to really choose because they all have an impact on all of us.
Yes, they do.
No matter what. I would have to say the one last week. She had...
With the boots.
Oh, no, not her.
Oh, okay.
No, the one before, she had absolutely no confidence.
That could describe half of the people that come in.
But the one that you and I did last week. Yeah. She didn't want to see any of her photos.
Yep.
And she didn't have her glasses on. I said, just look at this one. And she was like, wow. Mm-hmm. And she did not want to see any of the photos that we have taken.
No.
And there was a couple that you said, you have to see this one. And then she goes, oh my God, is that really me? Yeah. She was like, yep, that's you. And that one, just because of she had, I don't know if you'd call low self-esteem or whatever, but at the end of the day, she was like, wowed. It's like, you guys actually really, it's like, that's what we do, make people, you're already beautiful. We just help you to realize it.
To realize it, yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
And this is the oxymoron part that I don't, in my head, I don't struggle with it at all. But explaining it, I do. Mm-hmm. And it's to do with the physical beauty versus the person beauty, because they're very different. Mm-hmm. And it seems like we're taking photos of somebody's body. And so when I say they're beautiful, I don't want it to come over as, I think you are physically beautiful. I hope it's perceived as, I see you as a beautiful person.
Yeah.
Because their physical form makes zero difference. Like we photograph ladies from a small to a 4X, whatever, and every shape and size in between. And they are beautiful.
Yeah.
That's the paradox of taking photographs of people is it's really hard to get their personality in other than just their body, but I think we do.
We
that.
do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see it through their eyes and stuff too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even like the one you've talked about before, like she was absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
Because I just love when people laughing and giggling, and it's like that's who they really are. And I mean, sometimes I think I'm not the only one. Sometimes we get a little clumsy in here. Tripping over something.
What are you talking about?
But do you know what? We're all human. When you're in that moment, you're not even really thinking that you end up tripping over something.
Yeah.
But
those are yeah.
Still alive.
Exactly. But those are things. It kind of like breaks the ice for them too. It's like, okay, they do clumsy things too. It's like we're human.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
our silliness definitely makes them feel more at ease.
True
for
that.
Sure.
True that. Yeah.
Or our ridiculousness.
Oh, our ridiculousness. That's it. I was going to ask, that you kind of prompted me to ask a question, is what is it you think that we do in here? And we'll ignore like the pre-communications that I do, because you two are generally not involved in that. But what is it that we do in the studio that, okay, this will sound crude, but makes them do the nudes, that makes them feel that they can strip off metaphorically and physically and really go for their session? What is it that we do?
Honestly, I think it's like we're professional, but I think it's the fact that we can break that barrier, and like with each other we're comfortable, and people see like, oh, I'm not intimidated by you, so why do they need to be? Right? So they see us like fooling around, joking.
Yeah.
They're like, okay, yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
So humor.
Oh,
big piece.
Well, yeah, we definitely have lots of humor.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
I don't think you can do this job without laughing.
Yeah.
Oh, true that, right? Like, I mean, we're all human. We're like, what is there not to love?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, everybody has a purpose when they come in.
Yep.
And we just help them to get them in their proper comfort zone, that without being so shy. And I mean, yes, we've had people in here, there's not a shy bone in their body, but even just having a conversation, like helping them to get ready in the other room. And they said, you know what? The heck with this. Let's go. Let's embrace it.
So that's kind of what I was asking. What is it that we do that makes them get to that point? Yeah, we laugh a lot.
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm kind of. What is it?
I think that's. I really think it's just their comfort with each other. I really do.
And I mean, even helping them to, like, when you say, when we're doing their photos with them, like, well, if their bra strap is not, like, we're human. I mean, we help them with their garments. We help them to do everything, and we help them with different poses and that, and like just to make sure that things are the way they are. And you can actually, like you said earlier, you can actually see people really relax.
Oh, it's a very physical thing, watching them relax.
Yeah. And I
see
love
their whole shoulders go down,
and I love when they actually start making crack jokes.
Yeah, that's the best, isn't it?
It's just like, okay.
And laugh.
And
So there's, I don't know if I've told you, I think I've probably told you, but there's something I do that in here is very intentional. More than the rest. Like everything we do for a reason, but there's something I do that's very intentional. And it's tied to the posing. So I'm going to ask, do you know what it is that I do with the posing that's intentional?
You make it fun.
That's part of it.
When you're actually doing a pose, they actually see the humor in it.
That's part of it. So there's definitely the humor, like I want it to be a fun experience. Yeah. But there's something very specific. There's a sequence that's really specific.
So like, if you do it, they can do it kind of thing?
Well, there is that, yeah. I mean, if I'm a 50-year-old fella and I look like Shrek, if I can pull these poses, most of the ladies can too. No, it's actually, so, we put their clothes on the floor and we choose what their first outfit is going to be. They then go and get changed. And then I do the posing school because I want them stood in their underwear, not focusing on the fact that they're stood on their underwear.
You mean their knickers?
Knickers, yeah, because I can't say that horrible P word.
Sorry, I had to say it.
It's not always just knickers, Sharon. Right, let's not scare people away. But yeah, so it's kind of normalizing the fact that you're going to be stood in our studio with your underwear on of whatever shape and size it is.
Exactly.
And so now they're focused on me looking like it. Anyway, something laid on the floor, and now they forget that they're in their underwear. So that's hyper intentional that I wanted to do.
And then by the end of it, they're like, feel weird about putting clothes back on.
That's such a funny line.
Yeah. I've heard that numerous times, which is
this feels weird, like having this much clothes on.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny when that it's like, oh.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't want to, and I don't want to stop is the other one. It's like, at some point we do have to call time, and
sometimes we forget about time because we're having so much fun.
Yeah.
And their heat in the moment is just like, okay, let's do this, or like the other day is like, oh, could we do this one shot? Oh.
Heck yeah,
I was wondering if you're going to do this or not. And I mean...
And sometimes that just puts you down on a rabbit trail with creative ideas that you didn't even think of before, right?
And they will say, well, I'm coming back because there's
I still want to do this.
And I know I want to do that. So, and that's amazing because not only do they have confidence in themselves, but they have confidence in us because we're able to suggest other options for them to try, and they
also see our excitement. They can tell that we're excited to be here and we want to do this. Right? Yeah.
It's not just a job.
Exactly. And I always hate when I have to leave to go to work. It's like, I really don't want to go, but I have to because my clients need me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But they see us all being comfortable here, and like, I mean, we all know what I'm like when I first get here in the morning. So, like, not much of a morning person, but they see that most people think that's pretty funny.
That's why we change from 9 till 10.
Yeah,
so you can get up.
Yeah.
And me, it's not just you.
Yeah.
Honestly, I'm a morning person.
I am
just don't give me too much caffeine.
I've had some today.
So, I actually going to loop back because there was something I stopped and we were talking. All right, so you said it would be cool if we all had them all in.
Yep.
So I've always had this idea that I wanted to do something called unboudoir.
Yep.
And I've never really pushed it. I keep mentioning it to someone who comes in with friends and talks about their friends. But the idea for unboudoir is that, so you normally get, when you're doing a normal session, you tend to go through an undressing phase, right? So you generally start with something more covering, and then you get more comfortable, and then, you may be doing nudes. But the idea of unboudoir is it's a group of friends getting ready to go out. So you start in the shower as if you'd come out of the shower. Everyone's got like the white terry, robes on and the towel wrapped around their head, and that's where the shoot starts.
Mm-hmm.
And so the shoot is then 3, 4, 5, whatever, ladies getting ready for a big night out.
Mm-hmm.
Not a nightclub, but something like going to the prom. So they're getting their cocktail dresses on. They're getting their hair done, and they've got the sparkly shoes, and that the unboudoir shoot is then, going from the shower to the underwear to the cocktail dress to the having, champagne while you're doing it and laughing anyway. So that was, I want to do that, but I don't.
Do that with them?
Maybe.
I mean,
they've 5 of those ladies?
like they've already been in.
That's true.
Except for the one that's coming next week.
And they like know each other.
Oh, they're like,
that would be cool,
right?
And then my tech brain goes, what's the logistics of that? How the heck do I have 5 giggling ladies in
We
here?
don't do it here.
Drink.
We go to Stewiacke and do it.
Oh, we could do that. That would be a great location.
What's Stewiacke?
That's where we did the bridal shoot. God, when was it? A year and a half ago. That's a great location. But yeah, actually somewhere like that.
Yeah.
But
day trip.
Mm-hmm.
Be lots of fun.
Okay, yeah. that could be our next excursion.
Just because there's enough space to actually shoot that.
Yeah, because
you would definitely want to do that like after probably say March, April.
Yeah.
Just because due to the weather and stuff.
Yeah. Okay. I'll put it to them. I'll see what they say.
Yeah.
Especially where they've all been in, anyways.
Yeah, and they're all like been friends for quite a
Yep.
while, from what I understand. So, yeah, that would be pretty cool.
I think
Like
they're
a
all
celebration of their own self-confidence growth too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, we're in. I might need a second shooter for that one. You want to be a second shooter?
Sure.
Yeah, cool. Or maybe even that'd be so cool, wouldn't it? Just all three of us running around.
Yeah.
You know, with cameras and. All right. Okay.
Lots of fun.
My brain is now ticking over. Tick, 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 tick. How do I get blah 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 blah? Anyway.
Love that.
Yeah, me too. I actually that's the other thing that comes out when we're in shoot, because sometimes my brain will stall just like that. I'm like mid flow and then stop, and then I need that 10 seconds away, and then you normally step in. Actually, I think you can see it when my brain has stopped working, and you go, "Oh, wouldn't it be great if we go over there?" Or let's do an outfit change.
We're
And
gonna do this.
yeah, and that's part of that working together, that knowing each
Yeah.
other. It's like I can see when you're tired. I can see when you're burnt out toward the end of a shoot.
Yeah.
You can see when my brain stalls, and you need to take over. And we haven't done enough shoots for. I don't think we're quite there yet. But
I'm like an Energizer bunny, so
that's true. That is so true.
Yeah. My burnout is so bad, and especially since like stuff this summer and everything. Like,
yeah,
I super appreciate that you guys just like kind of kept pushing me through.
Well, that's what we're here for.
That's what friends do.
Yeah, true. It's been crazy.
Yeah,
it's been a win world.
Pretty much. Tasmanian devil.
Yep, true that.
Yeah.
And there was one when you had mentioned about the shower. The first time I actually did the shower scene. My word, that was funny.
Oh yeah, you sprayed her in the face by
because the bottle, the spray was like straight instead of mist.
Mm-hmm.
God love it. Well, I think the three of us were in stitches laughing because it was so funny. But that photo shoot was amazing.
Yeah.
And she really loved it.
Yeah.
She's glad that she did it. So.
Yeah, she's fabulous. And actually, she might be coming back in as well.
Because she did mention that too. I do. And that's nice because I've noticed going back, I don't mean to repeat myself, but it's nice when people say, I want to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, well, if you're going to do it soon. Like, don't just say it, do it now.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, because I know it's nice to say we're going to do it. Like, I'm very shy because I said I'm going to do one.
We got to get you in here.
But I'm trying to figure out some ways because I did have my mastectomy and stuff like that. Because I'm just trying to find that right way to do it.
Mm-hmm.
We
we'll
can also,
ready.
Yeah, we can also work with you on that too. Figure it out together.
Yeah, it's really hard, especially when you're big chested. I'll tell you that. So, but yeah, it's just trying to find something that you're comfortable in.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I do struggle with that.
Yeah.
But it's very common for, not just for me, but other people who have gone through the same thing or other situations and things like that. So it's definitely challenging.
All reasons your body has changed completely.
Yeah.
Like obviously a bit of you is missing, but
oh yeah,
I mean obviously, but
yeah,
which leaves physical and mental scars.
Oh, not so much the mental anymore. It's just the physical.
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm getting help with that part. Mm-hmm. So hopefully they say it takes 5 years for everything to be back to nothing will ever be normal.
Yeah.
But it's just to deal with everything in life.
get to what the new normal is going to be.
Yeah, whatever. Yeah.
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 Yeah, Rachel has that with her knee surgery. She's on Rachel V2. That's what
Yeah.
she calls it. So, because it's never going to be the same after a
Right.
Yeah.
major
But I
surgery
do,
like that.
yeah, I do love who I am.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Like I mean, just with that, that's, other than that, I really don't care, because as I always say too, if I was meant to have both, I would never ever got sick.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I always say there's a reason for everything.
Yep. That's true. So, last bit.
How much fun did we have? Amazing.
It is a lot of fun, actually. I really, really enjoy it. It's like the first, and I can say this in air quotes, job, because, you know, it is a studio, it is a business, but it's the first job that I have loved.
Yeah.
You know, find very fulfilling in more ways than just having a successful studio.
Mm-hmm.
Working with these ladies, it's very fulfilling.
It's rewarding.
Very rewarding. Yeah.
That's what even with you guys, like, I look forward to doing my boudoirs with you.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so funny because my mother-in-law said to me, she goes, "You know, boudoir means bedroom, right?"
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Yep." And she goes, "Oh, okay." She said, "So what do you do?" I said, "I do hair and makeup, and I do behind the scenes." "Oh, okay." I mean, she's 78 years old. But yeah.
Bring her in.
Oh, she's, yeah. Yeah.
No, she's like, no, maybe not.
I love my mother-in-law to death. What? Yeah, no. No.
Okay, so, what, this, just throwing ideas out. So I mentioned the unboudoir thing. I would love to do that. What would you like to see us doing in 2025? Have you got any ideas? Like do differently or add or something? So I'll tell you. So I've got the two, right? One is the creative shoots. I want to do more creative shoots. So that's where, you know, we invite someone back in who's been in free of charge, and do more creative shoots,
yeah.
right? For a couple of reasons. One, for shits and giggles, because they're fun. Like the it's different, you know, when it's not a paid shoot.
Yeah.
Right. It is different. Like we're still obviously very professional, but there is a difference.
Grow in those two.
You do, yeah.
Yeah, because you learn different ways.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I definitely want to do more of those next year, and I'm always open for ideas. That some of them come from the ladies, some of them come from you, some of them come from a Instagram photo that I see or whatever. So there's that. Yeah. So the unboudoir, more creative shoots, and I think I want to create a fuller day. So right now we're 4 hours, right, give or take. I think I would like to, and it's half. It's a quarter pamper, and then like 3/4 photography, right? But it's a big investment in a day, right? So it's a lot of time. So I'm thinking if you're taking a day off work, which you have to if you're doing one of the weekday shoots, let's go bigger on the pamper side. So I've just got in my head, right, that you get your nails done as well. So it's less to worry about. So you get your hair done, you get your makeup done, you get your nails done, you get a mani-pedi, you know. I can't work out if I want to, after the shoot or before, like, get a massage. Like, because it's a workout, like. You've seen how
I noticed the one who I was helping, she actually had bought some Mary Kay stuff, and she actually came by my house, and she said, "Oh my word." She said, "I was so sore."
Yeah.
She said, "I couldn't even walk."
Yeah.
And I was like, well, that's why Stuart always tells you to take Tylenol.
Wine and Tylenol.
Wine and Tylenol.
I
That's
wonder
correct.
if we could work something out with Sun Lovers for their cocoon pod.
True. I know I do, not professionally, but I do like massaging like muscles and things like that, which usually helps a lot.
Yeah.
With my members and stuff, so it's like an anti-inflammatory.
Yeah. So my idea is it's kind of like a spa day with photos. So you come and like it really is a day to.
Yeah,
sit,
because like I mean,
relax.
because we even do like a foot spa, because we have like the satin hands and things like that through Mary Kay.
Yeah.
So you can soak your feet and rub your feet and stuff like that.
What if? Right here, sorry. What if they like showered when they got here?
Yep.
And I
And you
did
could
notice one of the
do-
girls once here did that.
Yeah.
And she felt really good.
Yeah. So if we did that, have like I could get proper like professional hair stuff in there or whatever. And then while I'm blow drying their hair, they could be soaking their feet.
True that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
okay, I'm liking this.
Right.
And you can massage their hands because,
Yeah.
like, I mean, these are all little things that I know I do a lot for my clients.
Yeah.
Like those things you can do, like the feet and the hands. And
Oh,
like,
yeah, you can massage them and stuff like that. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so now my brain's going firing off again. So,
Mm-hmm.
so that's kind of what I was thinking. Turn it more into a luxury spa day.
yeah. Or you can
Or
get like
pamper
a
day,
quartz
not-
roller and massage their face while you're
Yep.
blow drying their hair and stuff like that.
Yeah. Or have like a face mask on while they're doing while I'm blow
I
drying.
have lots of
Oh,
face
I like
masks and
that.
different things like that.
Like
Yeah.
the little like puffy eye thingies.
Yeah, the instant
gel.
puffy reducers. Yeah.
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 So it's more because obviously, when in the 4-hour session, we're kind of time constrained on getting hair and makeup done, so we've got plenty of time
to do
for
photo shoots.
for the actual photography piece. But if we extend that, I don't know. Let's just say if we said it's like 6 hours, right, and we do roughly the same level of photography, let's say 3 hours, you've got half of that time where you can relax, come in, have the shower, get your hair blow dried, the mask, the massage, the makeup,
Because there is something really relaxing about having your hair blow dried.
Yes, or even
And your final result is better because it's like blow dried smooth and like the proper products from the beginning. And yeah.
Yeah, and that's like what I usually do too. When they come in, I like to start with a clean slate, even though they may have already washed them. I like to rewash it, and a lot of them say, "Oh, well, I meant to do exfoliate my lips, but I didn't." I was like, "That's what I do too."
Okay.
Yeah, and they say, "Oh, but it feels so good when it's done." It's like, yes.
Okay, I think that might. I'm gonna make
So
that
your
happen.
time changes will change.
Well, I don't think everyone will be able to invest in that. Like, there's going to be a more expensive package, so it can't not do the other. But the option will be there. So instead of our standard 4-hour shoot, there's the spa day, which would be a 6-hour shoot.
Yeah.
Maybe bundle the album in with it, so it's it's like that's what it costs. This is what I get, and and it's
True
a full,
that.
full
Yeah,
day
no,
out.
that makes
but
sense.
Queen Day.
Queen Day. Oh, I like that.
Or the luxury.
Yeah.
Or the full Monty.
Yeah.
There's so many different ways that you can.
Yeah.
The royal package.
The royal. Oh, I like that.
I like that one too. The royal package.
Yeah.
Can't say queen for the day because you're already a queen as you're doing your photo shoot.
That's true. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Or the
trying to
Cadillac of all
think
Cadillacs.
what other ideas I had. No, I think that's mine.
I think we should offer a couples package for Valentine's Day.
Yeah. So my only trouble with that, I sound like I'm going to be negative. My only trouble with that is we have limited time between now and then. If we're like bundling an album, or if it is a full package, I don't know. But Yeah, we can definitely sit and work that one out.
Mhm.
Because it sounds so weird, it's only 10 weeks away. Something like that, isn't it? 10 weeks? Something like that.
Crazy.
I
That's
just
nuts.
find time's going by way too fast.
That's because we're old, Sharon. Like,
No, it's not. It's not us. I just find lately. I mean, by the time like when you were saying, if you're going to do a photo shoot, you have to do it within X amount of time if you want it done before Christmas. It's just like Christmas. It's like
Jesus.
yeah,
Yeah.
like 3 weeks away.
Oh my God! Don't say that.
Yeah,
That's not good.
we're not ready for Christmas. I know I'm not.
No. About you, Sharon, you got any ideas?
I did like some of the ones that before I started that I've seen, like you did some like beach scenes and things like that.
Oh, yeah. Like the outdoor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because some people are very outdoorsy people, like especially at the beach and things like that.
Yeah.
But I know you have to be very careful. Just because of that.
Yeah.
Too.
You're really dependent on the weather as well. Like if you want to, so the one we did with Kelsey, that beach evening shot, like if that had been cloudy, it wouldn't have been anything. Like the sky, man.
The lighting,
Everything.
Everything is and I understand that because you definitely need proper lighting and stuff like that.
But yeah, that would be interesting to think about putting something together for that.
Yeah, or even just trying to figure out some different things to do within the studio.
Yeah. I'm amazed how much we do get done in this relatively small space.
It's amazing. And people are like,
how the hell do you get all of that? Like, it's what, 220 square feet? That's it?
Yeah.
And then there's all the sets. And we never, ever use all of the sets.
No.
We're better at using more of the space now. It's really only that corner that we don't use at all.
With the shoes and stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
But we have.
We have on occasions, yeah. But
there's times that but we're really good at just like moving things around and making it different.
Yeah.
We are, right?
You improvise the space that we have.
Yeah.
Okay, what about furniture then? Maybe could we do a change up? I mean, the chaise needs recovering because of my mistake. I bleached it by mistake. So now it's blue and whatever colour. Is it orange now? Oh,
like
my
a rusty
God.
orange.
Yeah. Oh, yuck.
But using your ottomans, things like that, just a little more.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many different things that you can do.
Yeah, and but it's fitting them into the space.
Exactly.
Because we get pretty jammed up quickly if we move too many things too often.
Yeah.
And we don't want to waste time. That's the other thing. Is like we have to move things around.
Right.
But we can't move too much because it's their time. Like if we spend half an hour moving things around, that's not fair. I always wanted a fireplace that works. I mean, that one's a gas fireplace, and we haven't really used it that much. But maybe, I don't know, maybe something there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be cool.
Yeah.
Because you want like very soft.
Oh, you know what I do like that we started doing is not using the strobes. Because we use it for most of the shots, but bringing in the lighting from the Hollywood Mirror and Dark and Moody Corner, that really warm orange glow that we've started to do is really nice. Even
the set that you and I did last week or the week before with taking it in.
Yeah.
That was that was really nice.
Yeah,
I think that was the bedroom set.
It was the bedroom set over here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we did, so you know the flying heels one we do there?
Oh, sorry.
Is it all right?
It's empty.
Okay.
So so the flying heels one we do here, the long loungy pose we did over there actually in front of the fireplace with the orange, with the Hollywood Mirror providing the lighting.
That would be nice.
We did it once. It turned out really nice.
Okay. And you do the like the makeup one and stuff like that?
Yep, we use the makeup table. I don't know. Like I think a nice chair would be good. We've got the chaise, which is going to be
like a comfy lounger.
Yeah, like an accent chair, or
Yeah.
no, not like like a high wing back chair or anything like that.
No, like an accent.
But, yeah, like an accent chair with a nice colour could be pretty cool. So yeah, I don't know.
And I mean, you have a wide range of lingerie and different outfits and like things like that.
Yeah, a lot of different styles. I think I'm about as topped up as I can get now. Like,
yeah, and it's good it's amazing variety. I mean, because I notice sometimes we actually interpret what you have with what the ladies have taken in.
Yeah.
And sometimes there's oh, can we actually use this? And it's like, that's what you got it here for. So
yeah,
which is nice.
Yeah. We've got a lady coming in next week. I think is only bringing one outfit of her own. She said she's just gonna dive in ours and wear whatever. So that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But it's nice to have that choice because it's one of the things that was surprising to me that the ladies stress about is what to wear.
Yes, and
I found that really surprising.
I've noticed that too, and I mean, and I do love how that you ask them to, after they get their hair and makeup done, is to lay out your outfits, and we kind of like, as they're showing us, is like we can pretty well say, well, oh, this will look good here, here, and here.
Yeah.
So we already have it in our mind on what some of these photos are gonna.
Yeah, and when to do outfit changes when we change,
exactly,
the location and stuff like that. Yeah.
That was the longest
Yeah.
we had tea and coffee.
But yeah.
No, it's pretty cool. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to get any more outfits for now because
a lot.
I do. I counted them with all the things.
Yeah.
In fact, look behind you. On the chair.
I see the new corsets.
Man.
I was looking at those.
Yeah. They're really cool. Yeah, we're about 150 outfits now, which is...
Oh, awesome. That's good.
And that's outfits. And then we've got all the accessories and stuff like that. So, yeah, and it takes up space. So we have to wheel them around.
Guess what time it is?
What time is it?
Just guess.
12:30.
20 after 1.
No way. See, this is what happens when you get having fun, isn't it? It's just like...
Time goes by without even realizing it.
I just looked down, seen it there.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow. Huh. I guess we should probably wrap this up and get on with our days. Any final thoughts? Other than Happy Christmas, because that's when this will go out.
Well, yeah, other than Merry Christmas, most definitely. And I cannot wait to meet more amazing people that come in through the studio.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, cheers to 2025.
And 2025 is going to be a better year for everybody.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, 2024 has been a weird year.
It's been a difficult year for a lot of people.
Yeah.
True that.
A lot of people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's been a lot of things happening in life that we have no control over.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to embrace each and every day.
Maybe we brought some light to some people's lives. So
I
definitely have.
We
That's a cool
definitely
thing.
have. And
Yep.
And more this year.
And
yes.
more. Yeah.
I know I enjoy each and every photo shoot that we do, even people who've never had an opportunity to take time for themselves.
Yeah. Love those. Well,
I definitely do.
thank you very much. I'll see you next week for the next shoot.